Hello, Casey.
Hi, Ari.
Oh. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
We're drinking room temperature coffee. But that's okay.
It's quite good.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. I've been experimenting. And I'm still not quite satisfied.
I like it.
But thank you. But yeah, hello, listeners. We are recording our anniversary episode right now. We're experimenting a little.
Yeah.
We have a new mic setup.
Yeah.
New camera setup. And we're gonna hop to it. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
My name is Ari Wojciech.
My name's Casey Young.
And this is...
The Jigget.
It is October 27th.
Our anniversary.
Our
actual anniversary.
2024, year of our Lord. A year ago, I did not attend a Cape Fear screening.
Right.
And Casey met me at friend of the podcast Ryan's apartment.
Yeah.
And we recorded the first episode.
We recorded first, and then we went to see Knights of Cabiria.
And we saw Knights of Cabiria.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was great. Greatest day of my life, probably.
Dude, that movie rips.
Incredible.
Fuck.
Incredible.
It like really fucked me up.
Oh yeah.
And I'd seen it before, and I remember being like, whatever, it's a movie. But that time, I was like...
It's an experience.
It is an experience, fucking A. But yeah. Enough about that, though.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, we don't care about that.
I mean...
we don't give a shit.
We don't give a dang. We were lucky enough to throw a little soiree at a local pub. And
Indeed.
Some of you came out.
Yeah.
Shared your evening with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. I was beyond touched by everybody that came.
Yeah, I was like kind of shook. Yeah. I was like, oh wow. So that was cool. Thank you guys very much. And some of you were kind enough to share some thoughts on the recorder we had set up. And today, Casey and I are going to listen to those and react.
Yeah.
Woo! So let's hop to it. We're kind of doing this on the fly.
Yeah.
So this episode might be a little chopped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go.
Hello, podcast. My name is Bethany, and I am Casey's friend. And this is just recording, so I'm just talking into it. It is recording. We were talking about question, but I feel like it didn't even pick it up because it's so loud in here. I'm not sure. Maybe we did. Maybe it did. Let me see. What's a question? Okay. If hell is meeting the version of yourself you could have been, what would they be like?
People were really fucked up by that question. I would watch them read it and be like, what the fuck?
So, let's see. When I first read that question, I thought about what is the version of myself I want to be right now? And that is somebody who is surrounded by a community of artists that want to help each other accomplish something together. And now I'm distracted, but I understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, no. Oh, no, this is where I come in. Oh, okay, no.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. That's like the whole point of the podcast. I mean, am I wrong? Not entirely. But it's
like community?
Like community and artistry and things like I feel like that's something we're always looking for as well.
Yeah, totally. I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, Bethany, thank you for sharing that.
Bethany's really can I like share stories? Can I?
Sure.
This
absolutely.
isn't even a reaction to what she said. Bethany is for those who don't know her, Bethany's like one of my oldest friends. We met in high school. And then after high school, she was talking about COVID. I can't, I believe her, I guess. I can't remember the timeline, but,
I believe her, I guess.
But we went years without talking. And she was like my best friend in high school. And we only recently reconnected and it's cool to,
you've only recently reconnected?
Yeah, I think we first saw each other back in like March or something after I probably hadn't seen her since 2018.
Whoa.
And that's a whole long story full of twists and turns. It's very, very cinematic. But you know, it's crazy to drop into somebody's life like that, and especially in relation to artistry, and you know, like now we have our bond is different. Like we're headed towards the same goals.
Oh, were you guys part of a band?
No, she wasn't in my band.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Now she wants to start a band. My mom kept going around telling people at the party, like, get Casey back into music. So Bethany and Nick like cornered me. Nick is another friend of mine from high school. Bethany and Nick cornered me, and they were like, we should be in a band. Your mom wants you to make music more.
That's tight.
Whatever.
You're like, that's not in line with my goals.
I don't even know what my goals are anymore. Yeah, I'll be in a band. I don't know what I want to do with my life. Whatever. It's not about me. Bethany's one of my oldest friends. It was very nice of her to be there.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you know,
I wonder what Bethany, if you're listening to this, yeah, what kind of artistry? Like, what are you trying to do as an artist? She's trying to start a band.
Well, I mean, I guess she's trying to start a band. She wants to learn a lot of instruments, which is very cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but she's an actress.
Okay.
And something we had talked about with a friend of ours, Gerson, friend of the podcast, Gerson. We talked about like writing a Gen Z Broad City. Like we want to like make a really great comedy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where's that?
I guess it'll be in L.A.
No.
What do you mean? Where's
like,
we got to get on it. That's
all
that
get
is.
on it.
Yeah. That's great too. Like, I seeing Bethany and Gerson again, because Gerson, the same situation. I hadn't seen him in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Bethany and Gerson again really kind of like ignited something in my spirit. Like, you know,
oh my God, that's so special.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Like, I have friends, and I would probably put JJ in the same category. Like people who have known me over such a long period of time. Like, you kind of don't, and for Bethany and Gerson to have missed a huge chunk of my life, you don't want to let them down. Like, that's part of it. Like,
oh, you mean like now that you're reconnecting, you don't want to be like, I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Since we've, yeah.
Like they remind you of like your past goals and your wants.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's good. And they're like, because people like that can be not hallmarks, but just reminders of where you've been and what you have accomplished, right. And maybe where you're. Yeah, exactly. I'm repeating what you just said.
But but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's
proof that you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that's important.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Well, Bethany, Godspeed. It sounds like you're on your way.
Yeah.
To being that person in hell. Who's got it figured out? That's something we need to figure out. How do we phrase that?
Yeah. The person who's like, what do they call it? Like a hologram Tupac.
Or actually, I guess it would be like the person who doesn't go to hell.
Right. Yeah. Also be a good person, I guess.
Yeah. Like, presumably this person you could have been, they would just go to heaven.
Right.
So it's your heaven person.
You're on your way to becoming your heaven person.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, on to the next.
Basically, the version of myself in hell is just me that took the risks, took the chances of making what I want to make. But I think I've gotten to a point in my life where it was either I was forced to face the fact that I need to just do it. I can't wait for the right moment. I have to just do it because everybody around me is just doing what they want to. They're making the music. They're making the videos. They're making the scripts. They're making the short films. And meanwhile, I'm waiting for the right moment to meet the right people. And sorry, I just wanted to finish this thought because for a second I got really distracted. And
I have that effect on people.
He's so distracting because he's so gorgeous. If you guys saw Casey IRL, you would stop in your tracks, stop talking. All your thoughts are going to stop immediately. He is Bob Burger, and he is so striking as Bob Burger.
Bob Burger? That's so funny. Is it Bob Belcher?
Yeah, it's Bob Belcher.
Anyway.
I don't know why I was yelling into the mic.
No, because you probably were like, it's not working.
I definitely thought it was going to be louder than it was.
No, it's because it's directional. Anyway.
Right.
Oh my God, the risk thing.
Yeah, taking the risk. I've never taken any risks.
That's not true. You took a risk on this podcast.
So true. I took a risk on you, Ari.
You did. You didn't know. We like barely knew each other. We've known each other for like a month. 2 months. A month.
I don't think that's true. What?
We met in 2022? No, we met in 2023.
I thought we met in 2022. Was it 2023, really?
No, it's 2022.
Okay.
So we've known each other a year.
Yeah.
And then we did the podcast.
Yeah.
Time is insane. But I mean, you still barely knew me.
Sure. Yeah. I didn't know you.
We'd never hung out one-on-one.
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
I mean, except I feel like we had some really quality time at Mallory's birthday party.
Yeah.
Our
Totally,
first meeting,
totally.
we spent a solid amount of time just the two of us.
That was fucking awesome.
Great.
We need to write a letter to I am wasted, but Ben Queller. Yeah.
I think you brought us together to be on our podcast.
Fucking A. Yeah, hope you're doing well, guy. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Ben Queller.
Yeah. Or I think like one of his records. It's like the anniversary.
Oh, cool.
It's like recently. Maybe
Wow.
I might be full of shit.
October is our month, dude.
October's the month. It's a spooky month. I like it. It's also my favorite time of year to go to Disneyland. I've only been to Disney or Disney World, Disneyland.
Disneyland is here.
Disneyland is here.
Mm.
I've only been to Disneyland once, and it was during Halloween.
It's a good time to
It
go.
was so special.
Yeah.
More importantly, though, Bethany. Oh my God! Thank you for sharing
Taking
that.
the risk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take risks, man. I have taken a handful of risks. It's terrifying. I don't really regret any of them. I do regret not having a better understanding of finances. So yeah, maybe take creative risks, but
No other risks.
I don't know about that. Oh fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like taking a risk, I feel like taking a risk, and this is my logical part. I'm terrified by the idea of the unknown. I feel like always take the risk, which is such cliche advice.
Yeah.
But what's the worst that could happen?
What is the worst that can happen? Also, I shouldn't be. The last person you should be taking advice from is me, but I think, if you're sitting around being like, I wish I was taking more risks. I mean, then that's the answer. It's like, then
take more
risks.
Yeah. Which is a hard, mental hurdles are incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you have things to fall back on.
Yeah. One of the Pixar storytelling rules is, I think, is fail faster. So it's just make choices, make decisions, and even if they're the wrong ones, that knowledge way more valuable than doing nothing. Doing nothing only gets you nowhere.
Sure.
So just fail more.
That is great advice.
I don't know. You got this, Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany.
Woo!
Yay.
Hello, this is Cindy Allen, and my prompt is, if hell is meeting the version of yourself you could have been, what would they be like? And I actually have thought about this question a lot because I moved from North Carolina to Florida between 6th and 7th grade, and when I was in 6th grade, I really wanted to be like the girl in my class who had Low as her ringtone in 2008.
Okay.
And I wasn't, and I felt really bad about it. But then I moved to Florida, and I met a bunch of new people, and that's how I got into my passion, which is TV and film. And I think that if I met the version of myself that stayed in North Carolina, they probably would just make me feel bad about myself in the same way that all the people that I wanted to be liked by in middle school made me feel bad about myself. But anyway, I'm so glad that that didn't happen. And I think that I still would probably offer that other version of myself some grace. But I don't want to be performative.
Damn.
Done. Your turn.
Oh, that's Josh. Okay. So wait, I want to point this out because this is like probably my favorite thing about Cindy.
Yeah. Cindy Ann is her full name.
Cindy Allen.
Cindy Allen.
That's her full name. Yeah. Cindy Allen. This is my favorite thing about Cindy is that my favorite thing about her is that every time I talk to her, she has a perspective that I couldn't even have imagined in my head. Right.
Yeah.
So when you pitched me that question, hell is meeting the version of yourself you could have been, right?
Yeah.
I took that to be I'm meeting a better version of myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But obviously, Cindy was like, what if you met the version of yourself you don't want to
be? Cindy, that's incredible. That's such a like positive.
Yeah.
She's living her heaven self.
Right. Wow. She was like, I'm so glad I'm not that person.
Yeah. Cindy, that fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean.
Wow.
And that's. I don't know. Maybe I can be pretty pessimistic, but I think that that's a great way of viewing that. Like also so many decisions that I made in my life could have made me a person that I would not want to be right now.
Yeah, totally.
Like there are so many versions of myself that I think I am infinitely better than right now.
Yeah. That's good. Take stock of that.
Yeah, it's important to remember that. That's incredible.
She's embodying a abundance mindset. As opposed to a scarcity mindset. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Cindy, I'm very moved.
Cindy is remarkably positive. I don't know if she views herself this way, but she's genuinely someone that like radiates positivity. Like I'm just like happier in her presence.
Cool.
She's a great person to be
That's
around.
fucking tight. She's about to get married.
She sure is about to get married. Congratulations, Cindy and Josh. She is about to get married to the person who I assume is the second half of this Spike.
Oh, hell yeah. So let's get to it.
I'm excited to hear what he said.
Hi, it's Josh Oakley.
Cool name.
I'm going to do the question. If you were stranded on a desert island, what actor's filmography would you take with you and why? And the first thing to pop into my head is I'm going to go with John C. Reilly because you get the dramatic, you get the Boogie Nights, you get Step Brothers.
That's a great...
You get, I feel like, a wide range, which is really what you want. It's always a cheat with desert island questions, but I'm a cheater. So I'm got to be true to myself. Love you, Casey. And bye.
Josh, that's a really good answer.
Great answer.
Dang.
Great answer.
Because you also get the Marvel stuff. You get you get Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So you get that little buzz.
Yeah.
If you need it. You get Chicago.
Yeah.
Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
Hard 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Licorice Pizza.
He's in there. What
I love licorice pizza.
You do love licorice pizza. I
sure do.
There's just little things in that movie that ruin it for me. But I get it. I get it. Some people really like it, and I get it. The Haim sisters are so attractive.
I mean, yeah.
It's like
Alana's was always my favorite, so I feel incredibly vindicated by the way her career is going.
Right. You're like, okay, yeah, sweet.
I bet on black.
John C. Reilly's so good. You also get that weird Luca Guadagnino Christmas commercial that he did for H&M, but it's like a 20-minute short film.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's awful. It's like fast fashion, like
sure,
vomiting everywhere. But John C. Reilly plays Father Christmas.
Oh cool!
And it's so great. He's so good. Yeah. What is he in any animated movies?
He's Mr. Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh my God! Wow, John C. Reilly's a good pick.
The best animated movie ever.
Yes,
you get Wreck-It Ralph, and also I really enjoy Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I haven't seen it yet, but I bet it looks great.
It's fun.
I really need to watch it.
It's not as good as Wreck-It Ralph, but I appreciate that it does the Wreck-It Ralph thing with the internet. I think it works. Cool. I think they do that really well.
Wreck-It Ralph makes me cry.
Oh yeah.
The part, what did he say? There's no one I'd rather be than me. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Oh, love that movie.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly. Yeah, you get your blockbuster bullshit. You get an animated film. You get your indie weird stuff. You get your goofy comedies.
And they're all really good.
He's incredible. You get the Sisters Brothers.
Yeah.
Which is a really. Have you seen that?
No.
Traumatizing. I'm still. There will be times when I think about certain scenes from that movie and it upsets me.
Oh wow.
I was really shook by how.
That's crazy.
There's some scenes that are like really like awful.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it's also really funny and really sweet. But oh my God, we need to talk about Kevin.
Hey.
Woo.
Hey.
Dang.
Wow.
Josh Oakley. Cool name. Cool filmography. Choice.
Josh is like one of my favorite people to talk about movies. We have a lot of the same opinions, but like the same thing. He used to write for a film publication in Chicago.
Oh wow!
And he's got a really great mind. Yeah, he's got a really great voice. He thinks about movies in a way that's like I think is the perfect bridge between like audience and critic.
Oh, nice.
He really.
You notoriously hate critics.
I sure do.
But Josh is
I don't like people who criticize.
Yeah. And Josh doesn't criticize.
Josh can pretty much appreciate most things.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow. I'm shook by how fast he responded too.
Yeah.
Because we both were like stumped.
Yeah. Days on days. Like we talked about it and then we talked about it in person and then we sat on it for like days. And I still wasn't
came together. Confident. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the part that does trip me up is I do enjoy animation a lot.
Yeah.
And it would be like if I was stuck on a desert island and couldn't watch anything animated,
right?
That would bum me out. But
and there you go. You got two really great
movies. Yeah, those are great. Fucking A.
And I wouldn't even be surprised if he was in something else.
He probably is. I feel like a dummy. Like I bet he's in something famous.
The Polar Express. Is he in the Polar Express?
Does that count as I guess that is animated.
It's, yeah.
Is he in Megamind?
Is he in Megamind?
I know Brad Pitt's in that one. And Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill is in that. John C. Reilly might be in Megamind. I wonder about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Is he in that?
Fuck.
I don't know. I
need to look that up.
Okay.
I have to look
We're looking it up, everybody.
I love.
Let's just look at his whole filmography.
Yeah, why am I being an idiot? I'm gonna go to the Letterboxd.
Oh hell yeah, Letterboxd. Film starring John C. Reilly.
Oh my God, The Lobster.
The Lobster. Sing. There you go, another animated film.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're okay. Sing.
9. Which I've never seen. Oh my God, he's in The Thin Red Line?
Hell yeah.
He's in What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
This is a lot of great stuff.
Oh my God.
Management.
He's in
Days
of Thunder.
Carnage. Have you seen Carnage?
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Polanski.
He knows a good movie, though.
He knows how to make them.
That's the worst part.
Wow. Oh my God, Cyrus? Did you ever see that?
No.
The movie's good. Whoa. He's in the Jack Nicholson Hoffa movie.
Oh hell yeah.
He's in Steven Seagal's debut feature, which is crazy, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You should watch Patrick H. Willems' latest video on trains. It goes into Steven Seagal's origins, and it's crazy.
His video on trains goes into Steven Seagal's origins.
Because he argues that
origins.
Steven Seagal's like better movies have trains in them.
I see.
Because it elevates the action.
Sure. Sure.
Wow. Josh, you fucking nailed it.
Yeah. I don't see a single dud. Even like whatever the fuck Stan and Ollie is, I'll watch that.
That's about Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. I guess I meant more like I don't want to fucking watch that.
Yeah. Oh my god! And you get all of his weird Adult Swim stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Good job, Josh.
Hell yeah.
All right. On to the next.
I'm just gonna freestyle this.
Oh, okay. So this is that guy, Ben. He was there for the WGA mixer, and he came over and was just like talking and stuff, and he recorded something.
Specifically in terms of narrative art here, what I think separates movies is that they are the least interactive medium of narrative art. If you go see a play, well, the people performing it are right there. They can see you. They may be playing off the way you perceive it, even if it's subconsciously. If you're reading a book, you have to keep turning the pages as you go. If you stop reading it, then the book stops. Playing a video game, that's interactive, obviously. Improv, also interactive. Music, live music. The musician is, playing to the crowd and, adjusting the performance, the timing, the emphasis based on what the crowd is responding to, interacting with the crowd, stage manager, and so on. But a movie, if you get up and leave the theater and stop watching a movie, the movie keeps going. The movie is it is the thing. It is its own thing. It's done. By the time you see it, it's already done and you cannot change it. And I think that offers to an artist a potential to get your artistic statement out all in one go. By the time the movie doesn't care about you. It is its own thing, and I think that in a way is beautiful. Now, movies have a lot in common with television, but with television, if you finish an episode, you have to go to the next episode. You have to make that choice to keep watching. Whereas a movie, you watch it, and that's it. And that's it. I like movies.
Hell yeah.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is really interesting. The least interactive
artistic medium?
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, yeah, I guess I see that. I'm always fascinated by not fascinated, but something I see a lot is when filmmakers are like, well, usually the advice is don't make something that you think audiences are going to like because you'll never know what they like.
Mm.
But it's that same thing. You create this thing completely without your audience, like the people you are intending. And I think that's what makes so many. I think that's what makes so many great auteurs, where you just go, if you like it, you like it, and this is just what I made. Yeah, I agree with that. It's probably a bit more freeing than other things. Probably the same with painting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like a painting and a photograph are similarly kind of frozen in time. A film, it's just like a combination of sound, sight, motion, time, like the manipulation of time.
Right.
But it is frozen. It's that's it. That's so interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. I mean, I don't disagree. That's just an interesting way to see that.
Yeah. It's
probably because I rarely think about the audience either. I think of myself as an audience member, but as far as my relationship to the creation of a movie, I don't think about it. Probably because of exactly that. I have no participation in that.
Yeah. It reminds me, Spielberg has said, because Close Encounters is one of the few films he has a writing credit on of his. Mm. And I've heard, excuse me, I've heard him say that if he would do it differently after having kids, because Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh.
It's upsetting in regards to kids.
Yeah, I think. I mean, not necessarily upsetting. I don't think it's directly upsetting. But I think Richard Dreyfuss makes decisions that somebody without children would make.
I see.
It seems to be like Spielberg's kind of interpretation. And it's like, yeah, that movie's kind of frozen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, you can't. And the instances where people do go back and like tinker, almost always annoying.
Like the final cut of Apocalypse Now or something.
Yeah, and Apocalypse Now Redux or whatever.
Right, Redux, yeah.
Which is like longer.
Yeah.
And people are like, why? And then, I guess the one instance where I'm like, okay with it is Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm not that big of, I still think 2049 is better.
Because it is. Excuse me.
Yeah, but like the Star Wars, like,
yeah,
that shit's so annoying. Like, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah, I mean, this is to his point. It's best when it's left alone. It's like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
And like, people can bring what they want to it. I guess.
Yeah. And it's still a artistic statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel that way. I was talking to a friend of the podcast, Anne, about Oppenheimer, and I was
Anne's favorite film.
Anne's favorite film, and my favorite film. Yeah, that's why I keep laughing, is because every time I say, because I remember saying that to her. I think I was like, okay, talk right into it. So every time I hear that, I think that it's going to be Anne, and what she says is so funny. So it's like,
you're just waiting.
Yeah. But she's just riding for Oppenheimer. But
go for it.
one of my readings on it is I think about if Christopher Nolan is supposed to be Oppenheimer. Mm-hmm. Like, have I talked to you about this?
Yeah, it's like what he did to cinema.
Right. And I think sometimes you can get what's so funny?
I just think this image of Christopher Nolan, just like, what have I done? I think that's so funny.
Jinx. I think you can also. Well, I'll reiterate it because for the listeners, I don't know how strong. No. First and foremost, I do not believe that Christopher Nolan made Oppenheimer as an apology to audiences on the current state of cinema, but I do think that there is a lot there that parallels his career, like his passion for film. He makes The Dark Knight, which is his bomb, and then you have people constantly trying to replicate its impact, which has a direct line to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which has a direct line towards film monopolies.
Gosh, I actually have like some beef on this. Like, I don't know. I feel like if The Dark Knight came out right now, it would fly in the face of everything. Because it's like not part of a shared universe.
Right.
You don't technically need to watch Batman Begins to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's its own contained story. Like, it didn't need a sequel to finish it. And it was shot on film, IMAX. Like, if anything, it's like, oh, he created a bomb that didn't work. Like, why aren't Marvel films aspiring to be The Dark Knight?
Yeah. I think every time Christopher Nolan makes a movie, people take the wrong lesson that they go, oh, this movie made money. Let's try it this way. And it's that it makes money because he made it in a way that only he could make it.
Yeah.
But I feel that way about, instead of going back and redoing your movie. I like when filmmakers remake their own movies.
I do too. I think that's cool.
I think it's really cool. Instead of fixing the movie you already made, just make another one.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that is the key. And like somebody like Martin Scorsese, you could argue he's always making the same kind of picture, but it is like deepening every time.
Yeah.
You know, like
which is what I'm always saying about Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, it's like I love this idea of that Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, it is just a gangster picture.
Yeah.
It's just deeper. It's just dealing with more stuff.
Yeah. Because I mean that's not to get too much into it because I could go ad nauseum about Martin Scorsese. I think that really his gangster movies are about like family and betrayal. I think that's what he finds so fascinating.
Yeah.
And that making a mob movie allows for that better than
totally.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Silence is about betrayal. Fucking his other stuff. I really like Silence. But you know, these films like Goodfellas isn't impactful to me because a bunch of people die. It's impactful to me because Henry Hill wants to be part of this crew so bad, and then he rats them all out at the end anyway.
Devastating.
Yeah.
it's I think that movie's like really upsetting.
It is.
It's like it's a fucking ride.
Yeah.
But then at the end you're just like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right on. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Did we get his Instagram?
He doesn't have an Instagram.
Good for him.
I have his Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah. We're not on Twitter, so I don't know what to do about that. Our new friend, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
All right. How am I wasting my life? And why am I not doing anything about it?
It's Marie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am wasting my life by... I think I'm wasting my life by not just going ahead and making the work I want to see.
Oh boy.
I have so many feelings and so many body, dance, heart feelings and things that I see and I want to do, but I'm so scared of trying to make them happen in person. I'm so scared of not being able to pay enough people. I'm so scared of not being able to follow through on my projects that I don't do it, because then I can't fail. So that's why I don't do anything about it, because then I can't fail at it. But that is really wasting it. Damn. Also, I spend a lot of time watching slime ASMR. That's gotta go. I'm not doing anything about it because I love slime ASMR, bitch. I love the way that shit squishes. That's it. Ooh. That's all I got.
Now it is. It's already. I like the ones. I don't see them too often anymore, but it's like a slime M&M. So the outside is
what the
hard.
Fuck?
It's slime. It's slime inside like a crunchy, like the outside of an M&M. It's like slime, and then what they do is they crunch it, and then they pull it apart. And
What
you
the
can mix
fuck are you guys
great.
talking about?
It's great. It's so good.
I didn't know what this was. Am I about to be introduced to something that's gonna ruin my life?
I don't know how easy do you think it would be to become addicted to videos of people stretching and pulling slime?
Oh my God.
It's so fun.
That's so fucking funny. Well, thank you for sharing that, Marie.
I mean, yet again, we've got another person just like, I need to make what I want to make.
Yeah, fuck. Yep.
I'm gonna say something about this.
Okay.
I think it's really hard to pursue and I say this because these are the things that keep me from doing what I want to do.
Okay.
I think it's really hard to pursue something when you think it won't be made.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really hard to pursue something when you don't feel passionate about the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really hard to pursue something if you don't think that you're good at it in the first place. which is an obvious one, but it's true. I mean,
totally.
You can even have, like, I try to use, because so much of my identity is surrounded, so much of my self-worth is surrounded by what other people think of me. What I do is I take compliments that I've received and use them as self-affirmation. Which I guess is not self-affirmation. It's repeated affirmation.
Right. It's externalizing your self-worth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that you can write something good, and I think that you can think, this is about filmmaking. I think you can write something good, think it's good, have people tell you it's good, and then still have that piece of you that's like, oh, actually it's bad, and toss it. That's what I do all the time. I do this all the time. What did I say? Industry, it won't be produced. Yeah, and I think that there are so many days where you lose passion, and it's hard to get back into it because it's not something like you set an alarm or you create a world that enriches it. You just either have it or you don't. And I think when I lose passion for something, it's hard to get it back, is my point. Because that's just a naturally occurring thing, Yeah. I say all of that because now that we've had two people record and be like, I need to just make what I want to make. Also, it's hard. Also, you can want it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can want it really badly. You can have the ambition and the drive. You can have the money. You can have the talent. You can have everything possible. And also, it's still really, really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I think and this is just something that's been weighing on me for what it's worth. Yeah, it's hard. But that's also like, of course it's hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think like, don't let that stop you. Like, I think consistency and environment are such a key to this thing. And I think maintaining a relationship with what you want to do is enough. And what I mean is, like, sometimes all you can do is jot down ideas. Sometimes all you can do is keep practicing the thing that you're not good at enough yet, that you still need to get better, finesse. And I think maintaining that relationship without an expectation of outcome allows for a life that the outcome is just a side effect. It's just a naturally occurring thing, virtue of how you live your life and show up consistently. And that's different for everybody. Some people it's a daily thing. Some people it's a seasonal thing. Some people it's a once a week thing, But I think all these doubts that I put on myself about, like, how am I going to pay for this? How's it going to happen? How am I going to bring people together? How am I going to feed people? Like, it just happens when I keep the ball rolling, because it has to, So, yeah, be easy on yourself, because I think, like, self-hatred and, like, self-abuse, self-flagellation, not really going to get you that far. And yeah, it's hard. And I think just being able to go for it in lieu of that can be so powerful. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll definitely reap major benefits.
Maybe
succeeding.
Yeah, maybe,
You know what
but
I mean?
maybe that's the thing. It's like
Sure.
nothing's guaranteed, and especially like as a creative, it can be such a crapshoot. But I think.
Oh, I just mean like having something done.
Oh, sure.
When it was hard.
Yes. Yeah, that in itself can be so fulfilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit, Marie. Marie's so cool, man. She choreographed all the dance numbers in the play I was in this past summer, Rhinoceros. And there's like this chaotic whimsy about it, which you've used to describe myself. I'm stealing that from Casey. Yeah, there's this like gorgeous, like almost like Bugs Bunny, like gleeful, like hilarity and chaos to it, but it can also be like very grounding and very horrifying. Throughout the play, she depicted moments of like sorrow, moments of chaos, moments of tragedy, moments of violence, moments of sex. Like it was really cool. She's a dancer, obviously. And I think she has such a like beautiful lens. And yeah, man, I didn't know you aspired to so much, really, frankly. Like, I knew you were very creative and had a lot of ideas and stuff, but it sounds like you have like a really grand vision of your life. And go for it. Fucking A.
Yeah. Also, perfect time to say I'm a big believer that everything is connected, and honestly, people make fun of me. I take a big handful of vitamins every morning. I overdose on vitamins every single morning.
Okay. Okay.
I'm constantly trying to up my water intake.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
I'm still not even getting my daily like. I cannot drink so much water. Like, I just cannot even put it in my body anymore.
Do you even get one of them big bottles?
But then I can't even drink. Like, I feel in my stomach, it's going like.
Oh man, I mean,
drink so much water.
Do you drink a lot of tap water?
No, I think I drink more filtered water.
Oh, okay.
At work, we have filtered water.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
I'm just constantly filling my bottle. Vitamins, water. I force myself to eat 3 times a day.
Cool.
Trying to up my snackage, like.
You're trying to up your snackage.
Up my snackage, like, because it's like, I don't know. It's a whole thing. This is me. This is my routine.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I get a little hungry, and instead of waiting for the next meal, I have a little snack, whatever. And all these other things. Hanging out with my friends. Waking up earlier to, like finding ways around inconvenience.
You're trying to improve your life.
Right. Exactly. Taking these small steps that you think aren't that major can lead you to succeeding in other parts of your life.
Yes. 1,000%.
Yeah. So like making a dinner that you really like, even if it's fucking Kraft mac and cheese. I love Kraft mac and cheese. You might wake up the next day and say, let me bust out a couple pages of the script.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, totally. I like to come back to the point that kind of started us down this rabbit hole is like, life is hard. Mm-hmm. Like life is hard. And I think there's nothing wrong with taking small wins. Like there are days where it's like, I flossed.
Oh, hell yeah.
I did it. Like,
flossing is hard.
Like fucking A. Like, and I used to be very like habit oriented, which I think is a great tool, a great lens to shape a life and improve a life. And yet I think it just turned into this like stacking of stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can't, I only have so many hours in the day, And so some habits I consider hygiene. And it's just like, this is just part of keeping my like spirit clean. And that includes like tap dancing, voice work, and like fitness. And I view those in my mind as like brushing my teeth, trying to get enough sleep, drinking enough water. And that's really helped me kind of stack these personal wins of like, I just do that because I have to wipe my ass, I have to keep my ass clean, it's
you have
like
to wipe your ass. Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that to like become a movie star. And yet I'm not becoming a movie star if I'm not wiping my ass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I think, find what your hygiene is that you can engage in on the daily, even small.
Yeah.
Like there are days when I do a push-up, that's it. But it's still like I'm maintaining that relationship. I'm like maintaining that rhythm. And it gives me the bandwidth on days when I have more time,
Right. And it doesn't fucking matter. Like people say eat better, drink water, do push-ups, whatever. Also, it can just be like, read a trashy book or something.
Yeah.
Like it just whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
I like how I feel after I take my vitamins.
Hell yeah.
So that's why I take my vitamins.
There you go. This is pretty haphazard response. But Marie, thank you for sharing. Fuck. I think, I mean, and also like Casey and I don't know anything, so take all this with a grain of salt.
Yeah. That's what I do to live my life.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Same. And I,
Yeah, and I still don't have that great of a life.
Yeah, same. Oh God, we've talked about this before, and so let's hear some other people talk.
I just want to say that to everybody out there, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer was sick as fuck, and Ari's fucking stupid and wrong. What up?
Yeah.
Wait. In my opinion, Oppenheimer was too long. I fell asleep during it, but that's okay.
Skill issue, motherfucker. That movie flew by, not a second wasted. Gang, Nolan gang.
I agree.
Anne wasn't even drunk. That was just Anne hopped up on Oppenheimer.
Dude, Anne goes hard.
Anne goes hard.
I like Anne.
Anne goes hard.
Friend of the podcast. Actually, is not going to appreciate me saying that. Anyway, Anne, you made some fans that night. People really like you. People
Hell
really were like,
yeah.
she's cool. Yeah, fucking A, man. Oppenheimer's fine. I think we've talked about this movie before. I do think the beginning, like that first, up until the Trinity test, basically, stunning. I was very, very into it. I think Nolan achieved a level of like expressionism in his filmmaking that is so surprising when you watch Batman Begins. Which is just like so like Batman Begins, like that movie, and I enjoy that movie. As a kid, I love that movie. But that movie is so like brutalist in its function. It's like close-ups on everything. It like doesn't really. It's like a kid putting together like Lego bricks of a story. And the fact that he went on to make Oppenheimer, which I just find so poetic. I mean, sorry to use that word, but I think it's like he transcended what a blockbuster could be. And then it just kind of takes a weird turn into a direction, and I'm like, I still don't quite empathize with Robert Downey Jr. at all.
You're not supposed to empathize with her.
But I'm like, why? Like, why do I give a fuck about Robert Downey Jr.? Like, I just don't. I'm like, the like drama, his big moment feels so fabricated to me still.
what, when Rami Malek throws him under the bus?
Yeah, and then he's just like, I fucking, I'll do it again, all that shit. Like, I found that really moving the first time I watched it because I was swept up in it. But then as I stepped away from it, thought about it, and then when I've watched it subsequently, I've watched it like 3 times now. I'm like, you like that guy doesn't matter to me.
That's crazy.
He's like so small compared to Oppenheimer.
Well, he would hate to hear you say that.
Which I guess is
that's the point of the movie.
I guess is the point, but I don't like functionally, like as a movie, it would be more interesting. I was like, man, I feel bad for Robert Downey Jr. I don't.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Louis Strauss was an awful human being.
I still don't even know what he did.
Just a bunch of slimy politics. Basically like leeching off of other people's work and then wanting to condemn their work, like with Oppenheimer.
I guess I didn't get the leeching part really.
Oh yeah, it's him. His character is very well summed up with the Einstein plot lines where he's like what were they talking about me, whatever, like,
yeah, he just seems this like
outside,
egocentric like little man, and I'm just like, why? Like it sucks that he has such an impact on this like genius. It's like, get out of here. Which I guess, I mean, maybe Nolan pulled it off, that I'm having such a visceral reaction, and would probably argue that that's the point. So hell yeah. And you rock. Thanks for coming.
Sorry, she called you stupid and wrong.
No. That's fine. More people should probably do that.
Speak directly into the mic and read your prompt aloud before answering. Well, they're not prompting me because I don't believe in letting men tell me what to do. So I'm just going to read out as many of these as I want. If hell is meeting the version of yourself you could have been, what would they be like? I think I'm the hell version for a worse version of me, actually. I think I am cool as fuck, and other version of me is still in her 20s. What's the first thing you do with a bottomless bank account? Hey, nothing I'm gonna fucking admit on a recorded line, thanks. Boy, things would be better though. How are you wasting your life and why aren't you doing anything about it? Doom scrolling and reverse dopamine addiction. If you were stranded on a desert island, what actor's filmography would you take with you and why? My very favorite actor, one Mr. Nicolas Cage. I will always be entertained, and look, fuck you. He's one of the best actors of his generation. He's fucking rips. Fuck off. You can, actually, you know what? I can't say that. We all agree now that Nicolas Cage is good. You're now all on my level. 20 version of me from hell, she's insecure about loving Nicolas Cage so much, but she's fucking right. You can only have 3: money, power, pleasure, and prestige. Which do you get rid of? I already don't enjoy things. Get rid of pleasure. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever said at a party? Man, take your fucking pick. What can movies do that other artistic mediums can't? Combine sound and visuals and movement into a thing that I can watch on my phone and also in a movie theater. What constitutes a great film? That's up for these two to tell you about, I guess. What dictates a good interview? What is an interview that inspired you? I think what dictates a good interview is a combination of open listening and improvisation and also intense preparation. Nardwuar is a great interviewer. Jon Stewart is a great interviewer. Conan O'Brien is a great interviewer. And they all know what they're going to talk about and also how to adapt to things in the moment depending on what people say and how to work towards an audience. They're just terrific. An interview that inspired me, Jon Stewart kind of eating Jim Cramer alive in like 2008. That was pretty fucking great. That was dope as fuck. Yeah. Okay. They're the other two. They're just letting me talk. That's crazy. That's so fucking crazy. Oh my. kitty cat's here. Let's see, what else is happening here? What else? Do you have more prompts for me to talk into your microphone about?
You answered all of these?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Yeah. I'm asking Ari for more prompts.
Would you rather have tortilla chip teeth or sour gummy worm fingers?
Ari would like to know whether to rather have tortilla chip teeth or sour gummy worm fingers. I am presuming that... Get back here! All right, he's just walking away. He's a coward who doesn't like Oppenheimer, like all cowards. I think I'd prefer... Ooh, you know what? I prefer to have sour gummy worm fingers because I could resist eating them. Whereas tortilla chip teeth, I will need to eat, and then tortilla chip teeth will crumble. So that's just the bad thing to take in that deal. Gotta have teeth, not tortilla chip teeth.
You can put salsa in your mouth, eat your teeth.
And then you'd never be able to eat again.
A man in a very cool motorcycle jacket is hugging Casey goodbye. He's leaving.
Oh, Luke.
Is 11 o'clock, so that's reasonable.
Yeah,
there is a giant skeleton here, and he's holding a beer.
That was pretty
It's
cool.
very small in his tiny
hands.
tiny
Is
hands.
going off.
Commentary. It's almost like if you guys weren't there, you're getting prime.
Yeah.
What is that? Color coverage. What do they call it in sports?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about though.
Well,
I can't remember
for the prompts at the moment, so
color
good
commentary.
night and good luck.
Color commentary.
Oppenheimer rips.
Well, Jesus, Ann, that was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Color commentary is what it's called.
Color commentary, yeah.
Thank you for
and
providing color
that rocked.
commentary.
And
Yeah.
thank you for doing some of the questions other people didn't ask.
Yeah.
That interview response, man, you had so many responses just in the bag.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? I wish I could
70
think.
questions.
Yeah, I wish I could think that fast.
Yeah.
Reverse dopamine addiction.
I gotta Google that because I'm confident I have that.
What is it?
I don't know. I gotta Google it.
Doom scrolling and reverse dopamine.
Reverse.
You add the what and the why so quick. Yeah. Also similar to Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy. You're living your heaven life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
This is about reversing your dopamine addiction.
Oh.
Which I do acknowledge that I have. I don't like it. I feel bad actually because I think there are so many negative consequences to like reading something online and going, "Oh,
that must be me."
Yeah. But I do think that I am one of many who's just fucked over by social media.
Afflicted. You are one of the afflicted.
I'm one of the afflicted.
One of the afflicted.
Is that a song you just made? Or is that from something?
No, I just made that up.
I feel like there's a musical theater song that's like that is the afflicted. Oh, probably Sweeney Todd, I bet.
Oh man, one of the goats.
One of the goats. Great show. Great show.
Great show. Wow, people.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for coming out, for celebrating. Casey, thank you for asking me. Everybody, again, Casey, this was Casey's idea. Casey texted me. I wonder if I can find the text.
I wonder. This is so exhilarating. We're going back in time, everybody.
We're going back in time. This would be from 2023, obviously, idiot. Oh wow, we didn't come up with the name. This is the ticket till November,
right? Because our episode is titled "This Is the Ticket," and that was when we decided the title.
Yeah. Data podcasting, podcasters in cars seeing movies.
So that's us still talking about episode 3. What's that one where I just said a podcast? Or you said a podcast?
A podcast. podcast.
Oh no. Well, that's still before that. Am I allowed to be high on the podcast? Which I still have never done, listeners. You may not believe me, but so that's August. So oh yeah, for listeners, October 27th.
Wow. What the fuck? What date is this? August 15th, 2023. Yeah. Ari, have you ever thought about hosting a podcast?
Wow. Wow.
What the hell?
Yeah, let's dive into this.
Oh, fuck.
So for listeners, October 27th is the anniversary of our first episode post
that we recorded.
There we go.
Oh no. Is it of the first episode post?
I always forget. Let's see. Because looks like we have multiple anniversaries. So it was Cape Fear. So I can find that. I logged that. August 18th. So we recorded our first episode August 18th. So I guess October 27th was when we dropped those first 5 episodes.
Yeah. When we launched. Wow.
Is that me? Oh yeah, that's when you shared your last podcast with me.
Wow, so we were 3 days after.
Yeah, I guess we were serious about it.
That's so wild.
Wait, what is this? August when? This is a good one. But IDK, how much of this is a bit? But I asked all of this because I wanted to see if you were interested in starting a podcast with me.
Wait.
I'm reading that message.
Oh, is that what the? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because I was like, are you interested in having a podcast? And then we talked about it. Like we talked about the idea.
Yeah.
So the 15th. Wow, really was 3 days later. Look at us.
I mean, that's kind of. I have a history of doing that. Just diving right in.
You got to take the risk.
These days, not so much. I'm being more selective, though, I guess.
With your risks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess my
out.
yeses, being way more about no's.
Right.
And I think in some ways I feel like I'm less reliable now, but I'm not as stretched thin.
Yeah. Is it reliability or just always being available?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you can't always be available.
For other people. As
yeah.
opposed to my
always show up
my
for yourself.
vision. Yeah, people.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you all so much.
Yeah, thanks everybody. We've come pretty far in a year. I think so.
Yeah. I think we're really figuring it out.
Yeah.
We're still experimenting.
Yeah.
With this new setup.
As you can see.
This janky fucking setup. Well, everybody, my name's Ari.
My name's Casey.
And this is
The Ticket.